I don't know.
Why do you not? When you're vamping, you're not talking to yourself. You're talking to the audience.
But I am in the moment talking to myself, with myself.
Thousands and thousands of people.
Yeah, I'm not good at it. I don't know why.
Potentially hundreds of thousands of people.
Millions of thousands.
Millions of thousands. Almost trillions.
Of thousands.
Well, I guess not trillions. Because there's only, like 6 billion people on the planet?
Something like that.
I mean, you know what? Maybe there's somebody out in the universe listening to our
out
podcast.
in one of those astronauts stuck in space.
Yeah. Get the what was it? The thing returned home and they weren't on it? What the hell does that happen? Talk about autopilot. Yeah, I definitely turned that up. But it shouldn't be coming through louder. I think it's just coming through louder for us.
Yeah.
Because I turned it down on the thing in the computer, but then up on that. But then see, now I should be able to do like.
See, because it looks like it's just about matching our levels.
It should be about half. But the nice thing is whenever I go to process, I can adjust the levels independently.
Yeah.
Or normalize, amplify, whatever.
Because I'm looking at it right now, and I feel like mine's coming through higher than yours is.
Yeah, I think yours is a little bit higher. I don't know. I have mine set at some, like I said, I did a lot of weird tweaking with mine.
Yeah.
With the new microphone. So, I'm going to turn that down, though. All right, that's a little bit better. Nice. You didn't have any of the last episode.
No, I don't think. Did either of us burp?
I had a couple.
I had one. It was like a little baby burp.
Yeah, but they weren't, mine weren't very big. Phrasing.
Hey-o.
Hey-o. Let's go melodic bass. How about that? Good start.
That's a bad time to yawn.
No shit. I'm like, what the hell, dude? I look over. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
I'm eating the microphone.
Well, it's hard to eat that microphone. Mine's a little bit, I don't want to say
little
smaller,
easier.
but mine's a little more phallic now.
Yeah. I mean, they all are, in a way.
Well, but you're talking into the side of it, at least. I'm literally talking into the top of it.
What is this? Skip this.
Melodic bass. Music? World?
Sounds like a ringtone.
It does sound like a ringtone. Let's get poppy. Jesus.
It's like 80s. 80s pop.
Pop music to sing along to. Maybe I just go back to punk.
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
It was a good channel.
Yeah, it was.
Punk is a solid channel. B is for bombs.
B is for beer.
How about a beer?
Oh, yeah, we should. I thought I was going to finish mine before you finish yours.
I slammed that shit.
All right, let's get some fresh glasses here, too.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, you pick out a beer, I'll grab a glass.
We've had 3 glasses, or 3 beers out of 1 glass. Time to change it up a bit.
Hey, not this episode. This episode, we've had 0 beers out of 0 glasses.
We're still on the Fest Bier kick.
Yeah, and I figured that this would be good because it's going into,
It is Fest season.
It is Fest Bier season. Even, let me see, this episode will come out on
Oh, boy.
the 11th.
That was close.
No, sorry. No, this episode will come out on the 4th. So, yeah, we'll still be in the middle of Fest Bier season, if you will. But we are in October now, so I feel like we need to be talking about some spooky stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I came across this other
'Tis the season.
Ranker article, and let me send it to the pewter. All right, open up. Oh, where the hell are you? Oh, here we go. All right. All right, so it's the 14 scariest movies of all time, according to Shudder's curator. And Shudder is a streaming platform for scary stuff. And, I've always been curious. Some of the shows on that platform look really good.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen it. They had that Nosferatu show.
Oh, yeah.
That looked really good.
Yeah.
And I know, was it Zachary Quinto was in it.
Well, before we get into this,
Cheers, sir. That has a fruity Smell to it.
Yeah, that one's different.
There's like it's like a sweet smell, but not like corn or syrupy. Sweet.
Yeah.
It's like almost fruity.
6.5% off-color brewing. This beer is called Waddle.
And we've done off-color brewing before. They got some cool can art.
Secret techniques. Step infusion and Polka Lagering. What the fuck is Polka Lagering?
That is a good question. I almost spilled my beer.
Nugget and Herbrucker are the hops. Pils, Dark Munich, Cara Munich.
Is it polka like the music?
Yeah, like polka. Polka, polka, polka.
Yeah, I Googled Polka Lagering, and it just says, the first thing that comes up is just, it says, lagering is the process of storing beer at a colder temperature for a long period of time.
So it's just a stupid thing that they came up with.
Must be. And it says, here are some beers that are related to Polka Lagering. Polka Dot Pilsner. And all it says, this beer is brewed with a recipe that includes 60-minute hops, 15-minute hops, and 0-minute hops.
Okay.
There's a Polka Juice Marzen / Oktoberfest. This medium-bodied, full-flavored lager is brewed with Pilsner malt extract. Really? You caught that, right?
Yeah.
Extract is not how you're supposed to do like high-end brewing, right?
I feel like there are some larger places that use extract.
Really?
There's got to be. I mean, I see it from a standpoint of it saves space instead of having pallets of grain.
Okay, I mean, I guess I can see that argument.
That's kind of the only reason I see it, though.
Yeah.
In terms of like it's an efficiency thing. Like
I feel like you lose out a lot.
Yeah.
On the flavor.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, when I first started doing home brews, I was doing extracts.
Yeah, and
the difference between extract and all grain is massive in terms of flavor.
Yeah, and because I did 3 batches of home brewing, but they were all extracts.
Yeah.
I mean, not to say that they're not good, but like again, like a lot of extract stuff you see for home brewers.
Yeah.
That are just trying to really get into it. But I feel like a lot of the brewers, the home brewers that get into competitions, competitions and stuff, are still doing all grain.
Yeah. I feel like there's got to be some, because Transparent is technically a nano brewery. We're so small, we're not even micro, we're nano.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's some nano-sized breweries that probably use extracts.
I could see that, but it just seems weird to try and put something like that into like our system.
Yeah, I mean, because you're essentially you don't have a mash. Like it's just you have boiling water that you add extract to, and then you're boiling.
There's like, a little bit of steeping, right? It's basically just like doing a tea bag, right? In that instance.
Well, so yeah, because you can do like a partial. Like you can do, half grain, half extract.
And that's what I did.
Yeah.
Like the kits I ran with, it had some grain that you'd put in a bag and you'd usually like hook it to the side of the pot, right?
Yeah.
So that way it didn't drop all the way to the bottom.
Yeah, those are like your specialty grains typically.
Yeah, your specialty grains because you don't want to torch your specialty grains. So you kind of hook it to the side of the pot so it doesn't sit all the way down in the direct heat.
Yeah.
And so that's like, the tea bag basically. And then once you steep it for however long, then you bring it up to a boil and you drop.
And then that's your boil.
But then you drop in your extract for the boil.
Yeah.
And I know like one of the things is like you need to warm up to get a better pour of the extract. You want to warm it up usually as well, like in warm water or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and I can only imagine like, having done 5-gallon batches, like that's like a half-gallon jug of malt extract that you're using.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Because if you can imagine, like for us, like a 5-barrel batch, 5 gallons, that is a 1/6 of a barrel.
Yeah.
So for, I guess if you are a 1-barrel place, you're using basically like 3 gallons of extract probably then.
Yeah.
that seems like a lot.
I mean, I get it from a cost-saving standpoint. I get it from a space-saving standpoint. I can't say I've ever had, at least that I know of, a beer that's been an extract beer.
Yeah.
Besides the ones that I've made at home.
Yeah. And I know I've had some extract ones, but not from like a big brewery.
Yeah.
Or what would be considered a big brewery.
Yeah.
I mean, again, Transparent is considered a nano brewery.
Yeah.
And I had this conversation with a customer a couple weeks ago where, the different levels is based off of barrel production.
Yeah.
So, and I think we got to hit 1,000 to become micro.
Yeah.
And we're nowhere near.
No, but we're I think Nolan has said we're just about maxing out on our system.
Yeah, I think he said 400 barrels or whatever is basically maxing out on our system.
And we're going to...
In its current configuration.
Yeah, and I just brewed batch was it 250? Yeah.
Yeah, but for each batch is 5 barrels, though, too.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we did batch 100 for the 2-year anniversary.
Yeah.
And we just did our 4-year anniversary. So, you gotta figure, we did 200 we did 100 from start to year 2.
Year 1. Or, yeah.
Year 2. And so we've basically done, you said 250, so we've done basically 150 batches from year 2 to
year 4. Yeah.
So we've increased over the last 2 years. We've basically gone up to 125 in a year versus 100.
Because I mean, it's
75 a year instead of a 50 a year.
I'm pretty much
math.
It slowed down a bit over the summer.
Yeah,
but I was brewing every week.
Yeah,
sometimes every Thursday and Friday. But it slowed down. This past week was a double brew day on Thursday. I brewed a beer on Friday.
Yeah.
I'm going to brew.
And I think he brewed something.
He brewed something the week that he brewed Mary Monk the week that I had COVID.
And so that would have been 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Not
2 weeks ago from when we're recording, yes.
Yeah, you did stuff last week. Then basically the week before that, nothing. And the week before that, he did Mary Monk.
Yeah. And then I'm brewing the rye IPA this coming week, I do believe. Nolan's going out of town. So I have Thursday to myself. I'm brewing. I think I'm kegging a beer too. I don't remember.
Well, we probably need kickstand here soon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be it. No, that's too early. Because that's what I just brewed this past Friday. Was kickstand.
Well, it shouldn't be Weebit.
Well, we have a batch of Weebit in there from June.
It's almost gone.
No, it's.
Oh no, yeah, we just finished up the May one.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Whatever, we'll get through it.
Yeah,
it'll taste fine. People will drink it.
Because that batch, that June batch was filtered too, I believe, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think every batch has now been filtered. Of Weebit.
Yeah. Because I know originally he was saying he was only going to filter the distro stuff. But
yeah.
That he seems like you guys have kind of already decided to filter all the in-house flagships.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Except for Tippin.
Yeah, we don't need to filter.
Tippin doesn't need to be filtered. And that's not one that he does for distro except for a seasonal.
Yeah.
Because I know he did that seasonal last year, too. That'd be I'd love to go see, have Tippin out in the wild.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I got a chance to do it last year.
I think it just, I don't trust, having our
Other
beer
people,
elsewhere, you know what I'm saying?
I've had that concern. I think the only place I've really had.
I had a Weebit at Streetcar.
See, I haven't been to Streetcar. I think I've had Kolsch at ITAP. And I had, was it Encore? At Beer Kitchen.
was about to say it must have been. I remember seeing Encore on tap at Beer Kitchen. I've had Lucent
that was
and
months
Weave
ago,
It out
though.
in the wild.
I don't think I've had Lucent out in the wild. I don't think I've had Wee Bit out in the wild either.
Yeah.
I think it's just Kolsch and then a couple of the rotating beers.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember right off what they were right off. So yeah. All right. Anyway, back to the article. It was the
Spooky season.
spooky season, spooky skeleton, scary stuff. Apparently, that song is like still like it's like one of the top rated songs every year, and it's over 100 years old.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And I think it's one of those royalty free ones too.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is the 14 scariest movies
of all
time,
time, according to Shudder's curator.
Yeah.
And again, we're saying Shudder is a streaming channel, if you will.
Yeah.
Wherever it's a subscription based. Like they have some sort of. They're linked with I think AMC somehow.
But they only do horror movies.
They only do like scary stuff.
Yeah.
So number one, they have Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Mascara. Yes. Which, I mean, I've seen some of them. It's just a very odd movie to me.
It is weird. It's uncomfortable.
Yes. And maybe that's part
Maybe
of
that's
it.
Maybe that's the why it is number one. Because
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a huge like scary movie person, but I appreciate like the classics.
Yeah.
You know, I really do.
No, I can see that too.
But like, I feel like, I don't know. It's hard for me to suspend my, disbelief and try to enjoy a scary movie because I'm just like, well, when's the scare gonna happen?
Yeah.
I'm never just being like, I'm locked in, and then like being like, oh, wow, that got me. It's like, no, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Here comes the jump scare, and now.
Yeah. So, and now you've probably started sounding a little bit differently because I did notice like you were not peaking, but you were getting
high.
You were getting pretty high, and maybe I was just going off of like, oh, we sound the same. So I adjusted yours.
No, I
to be
definitely,
that too.
yeah, I've noticed it now. This sounds better.
Okay, cool. So,
Sorry if I was louder, guys. Sorry.
well, so I'll probably have to fix part of this one and then part of the next one.
Yeah,
So it only took me an hour and a half to figure out.
that's okay.
It's fine. We get it figured out in the end. And I know, like, I've already looked at this list once, and some of these things are kind of duplicated because you have an American version and you have like a Japanese version,
Yeah.
as well. So, like The Ring, I think
That's
this is
got to be the Japanese version, right?
This has got to be the Japanese version, yes, because that does not look.
No, but they're also, from my angle, they look like white people.
They do. 3 was Rec or Record. I'm trying to remember this one. I think I've seen this one.
Well, I'm surprised they don't give descriptions.
That is kind of weird. The only thing they show is what it's
Where to rent it,
where to watch, or 4 is Ring. I feel like this is the normal version.
So The Ring is the American version.
Yes,
And then Ring is the original Japanese.
Yes.
With a creepy eyeball? What the fuck is that?
Well, because The Ring is the movie. Have you ever seen The Ring?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, funny story about The Ring. The Ring was one I watched when I was overseas in Kuwait in basically a barracks-sized tent. So there was 50 of us from our platoon in this tent. We watched this on a 13-inch TV, and that Ring that freaking movie is no bullshit. Like, it paranoid me to even go to sleep,
dude, yeah,
in the middle of a fucking desert.
So when I watched that for the first time, I think I was in like 7th grade maybe, and it was shortly after it went out for rental on DVD or VHS. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah. No, my copy was absolutely bootlegged. And
I shit you not, the moment that the movie was over, our phone rang.
Oh shit!
It was my dad's fiance at the time, soon to be ex-wife. It was her calling because she called.
I feel that my ex-father-in-law was kind of like that way too. Yeah,
she called all the fucking time.
Jesus.
And I remember it was a Friday night. We lived next door to my friend Keith at the time, who was in my wedding. And Yeah, the moment that the credits started rolling, phone call. And like I'm like 13, 12 years old, and we're both just like, we're gonna go stay the night next door.
If
like
the phone rings there, I'm
scared
never
now.
sleeping again.
And that's only a PG-13 movie.
Yeah, they did, because it's not really. It is scary.
Yeah,
but it's not like a violent.
It's not a gruesome. It's not like Saw.
Yes. Exactly.
Which I've never liked the Saw movies.
I like Saw a lot.
The first one is the best one.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Some of the later ones got weird, but I like how they tied like all of them together.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't care about the gruesome, gory.
And I'm not that. Mine was more for the, I guess, storyline and like when you have the continuity stuff where you kind of connect stuff, because I know American Horror Story did that, was really good about that too. The first several seasons were all completely different, but at some point they were able to they somehow linked all of them together.
Because I guess when it comes to like scary movies, I want to watch the campy, I guess, like violent movies,
like Evil Dead type stuff.
Yeah, but even then, like Scream is a great movie.
Jen and I just started watching.
Oh, dude,
Scream!
Scream is so good.
Because I was talking about 5, because there was an ad for 6, and she's like, "How many are there?" I'm like, 6 is the newest one." She's like, I think I've only seen 1. So we watched the first 2. And then we haven't been able to go back. We watched those last week, and I think they're all on I think it's Paramount right now.
Yeah,
and so we're trying to get through, because I don't remember 4 at all. I don't even remember 3. 2, I know I watched 2. I think I've seen 3 once.
See, because I don't mind the violence, but when it's just over the top, gratuitous, I'm just I don't. It's not my thing, man.
But it's. I won't say Scream. The first 2 Screams, you know how many people even died in those?
Probably 4.
10.
Really?
Yeah. And
so 5 in each movie, essentially.
No, there's 10 in each one.
Sorry. Oh, 10 in each one. Oh, shit. Okay.
Well, okay. So in the first one, they kind of count the mom as one of them, even though it was something that happened before the movie.
Yeah.
So, but it's the idea that it's the same people that did it.
Yeah.
But I know that's always a big thing. Certain movies, oh, well, there's only I think, what is it and is it Halloween? I think he only kills 4 people.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, it's so violent. Is it?
At the time, yeah.
At that time, yeah. I think Record. So going back to the article, Record or REC is number 3, and I think this is the one where she's part of a news crew, or she's
really
a news
wish you'd give a
reporter.
description.
But I think they go into this building that is condemned or out of power or something, and all sorts of weird things start happening. Which makes me think of if you've ever seen it's I think it's just Devil, but it's literally they're in an elevator and they lose power, and people literally are in this enclosed elevator, and the power keeps going in and out, and things keep happening.
So there are 4 Record movies.
Yeah.
And there's one that looks like it's Japanese or Korean.
Yeah.
The original one was 2007.
Okay.
So it kind of looks like
Blair Witch type style thing.
Yeah. And I like that. I dig that style.
It was good. If it's the one I think it is, it's good. Let me see if I click on this, what it does. A reporter, and her cameraman record the horrifying outbreak of disease. Yes, that's what it was. It says turns humans into vicious cannibals.
Interesting.
So it's a solid movie for sure. It's almost like a combination of Blair Witch and Cloverfield. Not Cloverfield. What the hell was it? What was that first Cloverfield movie? It wasn't called Cloverfield, I feel like. I can't remember right off, but anyway. Then they got the Japanese version of Ring, and then they got Blair Witch's 5.
Wow.
And that really wasn't
But it was definitely a turning point for that genre and that style.
It definitely was. It was different for that genre.
I mean, they only spent maybe $100,000. Their budget was super low.
It was basically
it was an indie film.
Kevin Smith of that time.
Yeah.
And they did a second one too, which was much more
And they did. I remember.
Production
I remember
quality, but-
the marketing on that movie was amazing
for
too.
the first one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was even the trailers and stuff. It's just like, ugh.
It's like, is this real? I don't
Just
know.
the ending.
Yeah.
Alone, it's just
Yeah.
like I was fine pretty much the whole time, and then
That
literally
ending is weird.
That very end, it's like
Just like thinking
what
about it
the
makes me
hell
feel
just
uncomfortable.
happened? Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. They got 6 is Terrified. I know nothing
I
about
don't.
Terrified.
Never heard of it.
7 is Pulse. I know nothing about that.
Never heard of it.
8 is Wreck 2. So not seen that one because I barely remember the first one.
Where are all these? Where's the classic movies, man? Where's The Exorcist? Like, where's?
And again, this is because I mean, again, like some of these movies, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, 14 is Twin Peaks, Fire Walk with Me.
that sounds terrible.
Yeah, like so. This article was to me, was kind of odd.
Yeah, it's almost like the who's who of indie horror films.
And again, it's his one, right?
it's all subjective.
So then, if we go and click on,
Oh, best new. I don't know shit about new horror movies.
yeah, I don't know. Well, and this one's just a
100 plus best. Come on.
new and recent horror. There's one, and they got Talk to Me, no idea. Scream, Barbarian, Fear Street. Oh, did you ever watch those Fear Streets?
No.
They're on Netflix. That's why. They're supposed to be doing a newer version of it too. So they did. It was a 3-part series. So it's
4 and 5 4, 5, and 6 are all Fear Streets.
are all Fear Streets. And so the first one was 1994. Then you went back in time to 1978, and then the third one was you went back further in time, and it was 1666, and that's basically the origin story of why. But then they still they show mostly the 1666 stuff, but then you still flash forward to present time, basically as well.
Yeah.
And so it's very interesting, again, connecting all of that stuff. X, I know nothing about. A Quiet Place. I've never watched any of the Quiet Places.
Yeah, neither have I.
I mean,
I've heard they're good.
Yeah, I heard great things.
Yeah.
Never watched any of them. Abigail. That one just looks creepy.
Yeah.
Evil Dead Rise. I know nothing about that one either. Nope. Nope was good.
I never watched any of the Jordan Peele movies.
So he's good.
He's really. I know he's like got a fucking eye for that style,
because he did the Twilight, the relaunch of Twilight.
Yeah.
The Twilight series,
which was okay. The Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone. Yeah.
Yeah, it was okay.
It was. Yeah. No, I never finished watching it, but it was solid. Scream 6 they got as 12.
Wow.
Which is interesting because I thought Scream 5. Like I haven't seen Scream 6 yet. I've watched Scream 5. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think Scream has done good. Like I'll have to go back and watch, 3 and 4, which will be the next 2 to watch.
Like maybe I'm like being that crotchety old man, but I'm just like, if none of the classic horror movies are in the top 15 or 20, then what are we doing? Because these movies would not exist if it weren't for,
some of the
Nightmare
original,
on Elm Street. Any of the Halloween movies, like no one would be doing any of this stuff.
See,
if
like
it weren't for
Nightmare on
those.
Elm Street, like I've watched some of those, like just a couple of them. Like those ones,
They're creepy as hell, man.
Creepy as hell.
Yeah.
The whole Freddy Krueger, and I haven't watched any of the newer ones.
Yeah.
With was it John Earl or crap? I can't play. It was like Summit Earl Haley or something like that.
Yeah.
Who was in the Bad News Bears? He was Rorschach in Watchmen.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a solid actor.
Yeah.
Candyman, and this is the newer Candyman. I'm like, I'm sorry, the originals.
The original, come
are
on,
so much better.
Yeah.
Like this one wasn't
like no
bad.
Alfred Hitchcock movies. I'm seeing right
Oh,
now.
yeah,
Like
like
what are we fucking doing
Birds
here?
and Psycho. I mean, Birds
is so bad it's good.
exactly. Invitation, Thanksgiving, Orphan, First
Fuck
Kill,
this.
Hellraiser.
Okay,
Hellraiser,
finally.
Yeah, that's like the original classic, like one of the original like kind of horror films, if you will.
I've heard Malignant's good too.
I know nothing about that one.
I've heard Longlegs is fucking weird as shit.
Smile is.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Smile, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be making a second one too, or a second one's getting ready to come out. Halloween Kills. How is Halloween Kills?
Yeah. Oh God, really? Not even just put the first one on there.
Just the first Halloween, yeah.
Because this is the most recent one, isn't it?
I think it might be, yeah. Oh, it says 2018, something like that. But like even like what was it like 3? They tried to get away from the whole. It was like witch something or other.
Yeah.
Halloween 3, like witches night or whatever like that. It had nothing to do with.
Do you remember? Did you ever see Jason in Space?
I never watched.
God,
that.
it was so bad.
Well, the Leprechaun. The
Oh,
Leprechaun
yeah.
is a good.
It's a good bad movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Would
The
you
Nun,
consider The Gremlins a scary movie?
I did when I was younger.
Yeah.
And my mother gave me shit about the Gremlins and being scared of them. But I've had people tell me, they're like, oh, no, I was scared of Gremlins, too. I'm like, thank you. My mom thought I was being a freaking little baby.
Spike, man. Spike is evil, man.
But then I went and saw the second one in the theater with my mother.
That's
And the
hilarious.
second one, they went campy on it.
Yeah.
And made it a comedy, basically.
Yeah. I would consider that a scary movie.
Yeah, the first one, not the second one. It's like somebody like Alien Romulus.
Like, not even the first Alien.
No.
Come on.
I know. I mean, again, it's 100, but Five Nights at Freddy's. Saw X.
And I still haven't seen The Exorcist. The Shining isn't on here.
No.
Cabin in the Woods isn't on here.
I'm just the boogeyman. Like, and this isn't not even like. When did this one? I don't even know what that one is. Oh, it said released in 2021. Wait, no, 2023.
Well, I know that I'm excited to.
Renfield. I'm sorry. I'm not putting Renfield.
That's not
in
even
there.
a horror movie.
It's
isn't
not
it?
even a scary movie. No.
Yikes. Okay, this list sucks.
Yeah. Army of Dead.
We're 50 in, and I still haven't seen
Yeah.
anything.
I did like Army of Dead. I didn't view it as scary. And this is one with Dave Bautista in it, where basically they're trying to get into. They're almost doing. It was like Resident Evil. I think it was like 3 or 4, where they're like in Vegas. Like they have to go to Vegas to do something. They're basically copying that. So they have to go into like Vegas is like this dead zone that they have literally bordered off. All these zombies are like in the Vegas area.
Yeah.
But there's something at one of the casinos, obviously in a safe. So they have to assemble this crew to try and be able to go get something from this safe.
Yeah.
And obviously all hell. Now I will say there was a zombie tiger that was pretty funny, but I don't feel like that was like a scary movie. And I really do like zombie movies.
Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead.
Not on
World
there.
War Z.
World War Z was. That one was creepy in a different way because it's basically like the zombies had all like they were almost superhuman then.
Yeah, fast zombies. Fuck that.
And
That shit's
climbing
scary
and
as
shit.
hell.
Yeah.
Oh, did you ever play Left 4 Dead?
I have never actually played Left 4 Dead.
That's such a good game.
Here's Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, finally.
The re-release.
Oh, sure.
2022. Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. Like how old? Like none of these are like old. Like it's I understand it says new movies.
It says new and recent.
New and recent.
Whatever the fuck that means.
But like some of these, like, okay, can we please? Where is like
classic? I want classic horror movies.
Yeah,
In the
it's like
meantime,
just.
How about a beer?
Yes, let's do it. I'll let you dig in and let me see if I can find. Is there a search on this thing? Nope. Best horror movies ever. The funniest horror movies ever made. Scariest animal horror movies. Most pretentious horror movies ever made. What?
the most horrifying non-horror movies
ever made. I say, like, I'm not feeling these. Horror movies that don't look like horror movies. Ooh, this might be a good one. Best intelligent horror movies. Yeah, it's like this is I feel
here
like
we go.
more of our speed. So like this is already I can already tell this article is much better. Best intelligent horror movies. Number 1, Silence of the Lambs.
100%.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yes. I need to go back. I haven't watched that one in forever.
Yeah. You know, and I really wouldn't. Would is The Sixth Sense a horror movie? It's more of a suspense.
But I think they classify it as like a scary movie.
Yeah.
Like you don't have the jump scare things, but I mean, I guess it's the idea that M. Night Shyamalan is like
Has the twist.
is a horror movie director, right?
Yeah.
Quote unquote, right? And then number 3, Shining. I definitely.
Oh, dude,
it's definitely
it's
scary.
Such a good movie.
I mean, and really, like you want to talk again, like horror movie, but how many people die?
None. I mean, except for
Him?
yeah, except for Jack Nicholson. I almost said Jack Nicholas.
Yeah.
Not the golfer.
Yeah. The Exorcist is number 4.
Carrie. Oh yeah, this is
Carrie is 5.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
The Conjuring is number 6. Halloween is 7. This is the right freaking article.
Yeah, why are they calling
here.
it intelligent? Like it's not. They're just classic horror movies.
In our instance, yes, classic horror movies. So now I feel like getting towards the end, we'll start getting into some newer stuff, like It.
Hand me your glass, sir.
The newer version of
Oh,
It.
dude, it's so good.
It is good. I haven't seen the second one.
Neither have I.
And I never cared to watch the original.
It is creepy.
And I like Tim Curry a lot, but I had no interest in ever watching.
Oh, Skarsgård is such a good. Dude.
Number 10,
Such a good
Saw.
Pennywise.
And just regular
OG
Saw. OG Saw. And that was, and again, like they were just being, most of that movie was just in that one scene.
Cheers.
Cheers, sir.
Still on the Fest Bier kick.
Stella Marzin.
Second shift brewing, Oktoberfest, Marzen Lager.
You know what's funny?
That's all we got. It's 5.7.
I feel like our Marzin was so much darker
It was.
than all the ones that we've had
Yeah.
today.
It was on that like dark copper
Yeah.
spectrum.
Like there wasn't a lot of clarity. Okay, not clarity, but there wasn't a lot of, I guess, transparency through it.
yeah, this kind of just looks like a dark Fest beer.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's why that very first one we had in the last episode. What was that? That was, the kittens, Fat Orange Cat one.
Yeah.
I thought that was a Fest beer. But you called it, and you're like, nah, I feel like it's a really light Marzen. But I guess I was just taught Marzen is just like dark lager.
Yeah. What's funny is like these are all just kind of starting to smell the same.
They really are. Don't worry, I only got a handful more to go through, sir.
Like I'm not upset about it. I'm a big fan of, the maltier lagers.
Yeah. Here we go. And then number 11, going back to the article, Alien. Original Alien.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is the list.
Oh,
we're
here we
looking
go.
for.
12, The Ring.
The Ring. Cabin in the Woods. Finally. Thank you.
That came out in 2002.
Dude. 22 years ago. That's crazy.
I know. Well, I was telling you the other day, like I saw a thing. They're going to do a limited release of, it'll probably be gone by the time this comes out, but the 20th anniversary of Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm like, God, like, I love Shaun of the Dead.
That's such a good movie.
Such a Shaun, hog lumps. Gunk. It's like, I love your mom. Yeah, I love his mom too. She's like butter. Cabin in the Woods.
I love that movie.
I was like, I don't recall that one. That's got Thor in it.
It is a great cast, and it's kind of a comedy too.
Is it?
Because it takes like all of the horror movie tropes.
I guess I always saw Cabin in the Woods. I'm like, and seeing some of the trailers and stuff, I'm like, it's Evil Dead.
Because I think if Paul Giamatti's in that, correct?
It doesn't show him right off on it, but maybe.
But he's like kind of the main, like instigator, I guess.
Oh, really? Well, and that's like Five Nights at Freddy's, where Matthew Lillard's in it. Yeah, it's not showing him right off.
Sure, it's Paul Giamatti.
IMDb. Cabin in the Woods.
That is a great movie.
Yep, that does look like the back of Paul Giamatti. Oh, Jesse Williams. Ooh, too soon.
I don't see him. Who am I thinking?
Richard Jenkins?
Maybe it
is that the dad from Step Dads?
It is, yeah. Step Bros.
Or Step Brothers, yeah, not Step Dads. Yeah, I'm not. He's not showing him on at least the main cast portion. But yeah, it's got Thor in it, and Jesse Williams, who is the guy that got himself in trouble on Empire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. And then 28 Days Later.
That's a great movie.
I never got to finish that. Like, I started to watch it. I never got to finish it.
That's a good one.
I hear great things. I've just never actually finished it. I feel like it just started off too slow.
Yeah.
For me. The Omen. Another one I've never actually seen.
Is that the OG Omen or the
1976?
Remake? Yeah, that's good. It's scary as fuck.
Here we go. Psycho. 1960.
That's crazy, man.
And it's still up there.
Did you
ever watch
the
series Bates Motel? I only watched the first couple seasons.
No.
But it was solid.
Yeah.
But it's basically the origin stories of crap, I'm blanking on his name. The guy from Bates Motel. Norman. That's what it was.
Yeah.
With his mom actually, being a part of the show as well.
Cool.
I never got to finish it, but I know like my mother really enjoyed it. I've heard good things about it. I watched the first couple seasons of it.
Yeah.
Because like he actually has a brother as well. And it's like literally it starts off with them buying this motel. And then there's a whole ordeal of they almost get bypassed. Like they're starting to get bypassed because they're building like another high interstate.
Yeah.
Freaking 17 is Sinister. I don't
think I've seen that.
I've never seen it, but I feel like I know nothing about it, but I know I've heard good things.
What?
People talk about Sinister. 18, The Others. This one was creepy as hell.
I didn't see this.
Others is it's kind of like
when did this come out?
2001.
Wow.
It's very like Sixth Sense like.
Okay.
But it cracks me up because it's got Nicole Kidman in it, and apparently she was in a recent article talking about how she'd like to do a horror movie because she's never done a horror movie before. Apparently,
so she forgot.
Apparently, she forgot. 19, definitely. Final Destination.
Oh, that's a good top 20.
That is definitely a good top 20. I mean, still to this day, what don't people like to drive behind? Fucking logging trucks, right?
Yep. Or anything that has anything sticking out the back of it.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
Just like, nope, I'm good.
And anybody who's following that, like, hey, you must be a kid because you have no idea.
You don't know, do you?
You don't know. 20's Misery.
I never saw that. I don't know Misery. I mean, I know Misery, but
and Missouri loves company.
Company.
But it's got James Caan, Kathy Bates in it.
Oh shit!
Did
you see they're fucking doing a new Matlock
with her in it? Yeah, I'm like,
and I don't know how I feel about them like breaking the fourth wall and being like, oh my grandma or whoever used to watch Matlock. Like they're saying this in the show.
Oh really?
Yes, they said that. They said that in the demo leading up to I'm just like, come on guys. But she had like the same expression on her face the entire time.
I mean, it's Kathy Bates. She probably can't really emote very well anymore.
No.
Because Kathy Bates is...
She's old.
She's older, yeah. But Misery is a psychological style one where James Caan is a writer.
Okay.
And he, basically does, the Shining type of thing where he goes off and writes...
Because she was known for doing scary movies for a long time, right?
Kind of. This was her main role.
Was she kind of typecast after this movie?
I don't know if she was typecast after this movie, but she's kind of always been known of being a psycho type of person. Because,
yeah.
So she's a huge fan of James Caan's character, who is a writer, right? Mm-hmm. And so he gets in a car wreck. She comes across him, is trying to nurse him back to health, ends up reading his book, doesn't like it, and basically forces him to change it. And there's other things that go on.
I feel like I need to see this movie, man.
It's. I don't want to. I can't say how it holds up because I've only watched it one time.
Yeah.
But that's how my memory works. Is I remember a lot of shit like that. But she does some gruesome things to him.
Yeah.
So yeah. 21 is Conjuring 2. I know nothing about any of the Conjurings. House on Haunted Hill. This is the original House on Haunted Hill, which I would agree is much better.
Yeah.
I like the newer version. just because it's more modernized.
Yeah.
But the original is absolutely better. And that was 1958. House on Haunted Hill.
Wow.
Dawn of the Dead. Here we go. Here's, the
One of the
kind
OGs.
of some of the Dead movies, right?
Yeah.
Because you had Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead.
Weekend of the Dead.
No, they had a couple other ones.
Dia de los Muertos.
Bless you. God, and that came out in 78. 24, The Mist. I never watched The Mist.
I'm pretty sure that was a Stephen King novel, wasn't it?
I feel like it's something to go along with it, yeah. It says also ranks on most upsetting horror movie endings of all time. Number one, the most utterly depressing horror movies of all time. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that
Here we
was
go.
a
Night
Stephen
of the
King.
Living Dead. That's what I was trying to think of. Night of the Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead is 25. Get Out is 26.
Like I said, I haven't seen any of those Jordan Peele movies.
I think I've only seen 2 of them. I'm trying to remember. There's 3 of them. There's Get Out, Nope. And blanking on the other.
I feel like I should know this. Is it Us?
Yes. Us is creepy as fuck. Nope is good. Get Out isn't bad.
Nope was the most recent one, right? With like the aliens.
Yes. Because it had, was it Stephen Yeun or whatever?
Yeah.
Walking Dead in it as well. It's good. I
heard it was like of the 3 he's done, not the crowd favorite.
Not the crowd. And Us was like the creepy one.
Yeah, because it was Get Out first and then Us.
I think it was Get Out first, yeah,
and then Us and then Nope.
Yeah. And Us, I feel like is one of the better ones. Split is 27 on this list.
I don't know
Split
that one.
it's so.
What is that? 2016? What does that say?
2016. So, Split is part of the Glass series.
Oh, okay.
So, from M. Night Shyamalan,
Yeah.
the first one was Unbreakable, which was how long ago?
Yeah.
And then you had Split, and then you had Glass.
Wow.
And so it took him that long.
God damn, he's done a lot of fucking movies, man.
M. Night, yeah, he has another one coming out here soon.
Yeah.
I saw an ad for. 28 is A Quiet Place.
Oh, Paranormal Activity is a good one.
That is a good one. That's 29. The Purge.
Purge.
I did like The Purge.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I never finished the series, but the series was pretty cool. And I think the last 2 movies I never saw. There's like 4 movies.
Yeah.
I know I've watched the first 2.
For me, it's one of those where it's just like, okay, we just need the one. You just needed the one Saw.
The
you
one
don't need.
And again, I
you don't need
like some
15
of the
Paranormal
Saws.
Activities. You don't need Final Destination 5.
All right, so let's just kind of fly through some of these next ones. We're already almost at 50 minutes again.
Yeah,
Damn, we're
goddamn.
flying through these. So 31 is Amityville Horror.
Scream.
32 is Scream. 33 is Hellraiser. 34 is Signs. And 35 is Blair Witch Project.
Oh my God, how many are there? Is this 50?
It must be.
Fuck.
I don't know. It might be 100. 36 From Dusk Till Dawn. We'll stop at 50 if we get to that. 37 Rosemary's Baby. 38 is Don't Breathe. That one I know nothing about. 39 is Fright Night. I'm not familiar with that one either.
The Fly is more. I wouldn't say that's a horror movie, right? I mean, it's
that is just a bad movie.
That's Cronenberg, right? Is that?
Yeah, David Cronenberg.
Yeah,
but it's got Jeff Goldblum in
weird.
it, Gina Davis. 41 American Werewolf in London. Not bad.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd put it up there with intelligence movies though.
Yeah. The Devil's Advocate. That's a great
That is a
fucking
good
movie.
one, and that's one of those
Keanu Reeves and
a couple episodes ago we were talking about things you say and like mannerisms or whatever.
Yeah.
Or it started with a C. What'd you call it? Connotations or whatever the hell. It is.
Yeah.
But I know in one of his things, because freaking
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino was so good in it as the devil, right?
Oh, dude, yeah.
Where he's like, like his rules is like, look but don't touch but don't taste but don't swallow.
Yeah. God damn.
Like I've said that
That's
a couple
such
times.
a good movie, dude.
Oh yeah, Keanu Reeves, Charlize Theron, early
Yeah.
on Charlize Theron. Yeah. 44 is The Haunting. 45 is Annabelle, Creation. 46 is Pan Lambert. Like I couldn't ever watch that because it was completely subtitled.
Yeah.
And I don't mind reading subtitles on stuff. I don't want the whole. I struggled to have the whole movie
Yeah.
be subtitled. 47 is
Babadook.
I don't know that one. 48, Ouija, Origin of Evil. 49 is Black Swan. See, I've never watched any of the Black Swans.
I thought there was only one.
Or, sorry, not Black. I was thinking Girl with a Dragon Tattoo. I haven't watched any of those.
Oh, yeah.
50 is District 9. I didn't think it was supposed to be scary. I've never watched that one, but I didn't think it was supposed to be scary.
It's more of a suspense thriller.
All right, I'll just do one more. 51 is Oculus.
I don't know
this
that
one is pretty good. It's got Karen Gillan in it. Karen Gillan, she's known from being in Doctor Who, and she's
what's her name in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Nebula.
Yeah, Nebula.
Yeah, so she was good. So something else. So we're kind of moving on very quickly.
Yeah,
but I want to make sure I don't forget.
Let's fire them off.
Fan mail. So we didn't do it on the last episode.
Fan mail.
So yeah, we got some of the newest stuff. Again, they're from Chad, but I know somebody else, I might have to try and pull it up on Spotify, I believe, actually, has messaged us on Spotify as well.
Oh, no shit.
So, yeah, so Chad was just, he sent us some fan mails. But, yeah, he wanted to say, hey, congratulations on getting married.
Thank you, Chad.
He's still behind, but he said he's excited for pumpkin beer season. And he's like, I know Nolan said he'd never do a pumpkin beer, but he should make a beer named something pumpkin, but then have a completely different style of beer.
Oh yeah, that would
be good.
That'd be funny.
Like just do like something
be
with
a stout.
Like or again say something about like gourds or whatever.
Yeah.
Like engorged or something like that.
And gourd we trust.
And gourd we trust. And people could think,
yeah, there's a kitty cat.
Yeah, the cat's making a podcast appearance, kind of. And then that way he can tell that he did, in fact, make a pumpkin beer. And then the other one was he's excited to try Conor's beer. Hopefully he can make it to Kansas City when it's still on tap. Well, you better get on it, Chad, because it's going fast. If we get low, we'll be, and you haven't had a chance to try it yet, we'll be sure to get a crowler for you, though, to make sure you get some of it, too. It is a super tasty beer. Yeah, I don't think he put it in here. Hopefully, he's interested to see how Beer Karma goes. Oh, this is something we should talk about. Is the Beer Karma?
Yeah,
because
we're coming up on it.
I know Nigel's trying to push, and even Nolan seems to be on board of you and me being part of Beer Karma this year.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
So we need to try and determine that.
Should we start spitballing a recipe right now, live?
Well, I mean, live for us, not live for the audience.
Live for us.
Yeah. I feel like this is.
I feel like it should be an imperial stout.
I mean, maybe.
Why not?
I mean, we should do some research before we start getting too much into do a pumpkin stout. No, I'm not going to do that to Nolan again because I did. I'm the reason why we had the pre-prohibition style lager. And Nolan be like, Brian, you're never getting to choose a beer again.
Dude, this cat is awesome.
No, Layla's been super cool.
Layla is fucking awesome.
So she likes to go outside too.
She reminds me of Dot. Dot is our tortoise shell cat that looks very similar to Layla.
Yeah.
Oh, she's laying down. Oh, the kitty. Oh.
And now you get to see Connor's behind the bar reactions. Connor's in the...
I'm a cat dad, dude.
Oh, I know you are.
I'm a cat dad.
And that's why we got into the whole fat orange cat thing. It was funny. We got into fat orange cat basically on a joke because you're like, oh, the first beer was the stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
And now we were just like, oh, yeah,
these are actually pretty good beers.
These are good beers. And we just keep looking for more and more and more. And I'm curious. One of the pumpkin ones we have is a fat orange cat. And so that'll be interesting, though.
I'm excited to try it.
Yeah, I think we should probably try and work on that video next week.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to have to edit that one, too. And I would like to have it out somewhat early in October, though, too.
Come here, kitty.
But yeah, so yeah, Chad, we're definitely interested on the Beer Karma. And he says he's hoping to be in town for Thanksgiving. So, yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah, if you're not going to be in town before then, we'll definitely have to try and set aside a appetite for distraction for you.
It is currently the second highest rated beer that we have on Untapped.
What's the is kickstand the highest?
What barrels?
Oh, yeah.
It's sandwiched between two what barrels.
That's interesting. So going into the comments on Spotify as well.
The comment section.
So because people can do on Spotify, there is a comments as well. I've missed. Well, this one was 4 months ago.
Oh boy!
And luckily, it listed too. It was episode 17. Miranda had posted something about great episode. On 29, that was the need a gourd load of pumpkin beers. Apparently, some feathers were ruffled with Mike or Cunningham.
Oh yeah.
But he said that's all right. I don't remember what I did. Sorry, Mike. And that was a month ago. But a couple days ago, Ellie put on there. He says like, "I'll say hi this time." And Scotty Doesn't Know is the best movie song.
It absolutely is.
It really is.
It holds up.
It definitely still does. I mean, there's a couple. I know Nigel's been playing a couple playlists lately where it's on there. That song is on the playlist.
That's hilarious.
And most people don't even realize what that song even is.
It's a great movie song.
It really is. And
it's a great fake band movie song.
Yeah. Needs review. 10 days ago. Here we go. On episode 19. So much guilty pleasures. Miss Torres. Again, thank you to Chad. The 3 people we have comments from, except for the Cunningham one, are all subscribers to the podcast now as well. And that's just $6 a month, and all of that goes towards helping make the podcast even better.
That's all it takes.
So yeah, she posted. Used to love Twilight when she was a teenager, but the movies are awful. But now they're a guilty pleasure because they're so bad. Movie theater snack, popcorn chicken.
Ooh,
yeah. Agree on junior mints and Whoppers.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Not a movie snack, but a snack thing that I've done, like especially in the fall time frame, peanuts and candy corn. Sweet and salty.
We were talking about this the other day, and I can't do candy corn.
I struggle with it now.
It's awful.
But that's why I learned to start mixing it with peanuts.
Well, that's so. Wow, I'm gonna say this for the first time on air. My father-in-law.
Yeah, there it is.
That's one of his favorite snacks is peanuts and candy corn.
Hey, it could be worse. It could be the circus peanuts.
Oh, those are terrible.
Yeah.
Those are weird. I always wanted them as a kid, but every time I got them, I was just like, this is disappointing.
This is terrible.
This is weird. It's like a marshmallow peanut.
Yeah. Oh, what about the wax freaking Coke bottles?
Oh, yeah, with the weird like syrup in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was gross too.
And you're like, just gonna chew on the wax.
I was god awful. So I always want to call it Nuka-Cola, but that's from Fallout.
Fallout, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we're trying to make sure we, get more as Connor starts rocking out to the song. I've made it to where like, if we are very quiet, the music comes through a lot more.
Yeah.
But it's
this one's intense.
Yeah, dude needs a hug. Anyway, that's I'm enjoying getting the comments and stuff.
Yeah, it's cool.
And that's, I think, one of those things that might be able to help set us apart as well, is getting people to start doing comments and stuff. And like I said a couple episodes ago, doing like the Mystery Science Theater 3000 stuff of reading off fan mail.
Yeah. Nice.
So I feel like we do need to try and knock out one more.
Okay.
Beer, because I think there's only one more in there.
There is, yeah. Might as well.
Down the hatch.
Just in time, because I gotta hit the little
brewers room.
Little brewers room.
All right. So just a couple updates too. We in the all time. Granted, this is when I rebranded the podcast, and so it's giving the numbers for the original podcast that I had too on this platform. We are at over 900 downloads.
Hey,
so we're getting close to 1,000. And again, like some of those are misleading just because of.
That's fine.
The one I did with Nigel.
Okay. Don't worry about it.
In the first iteration was 173 downloads.
So this is from Logboat. It's another Marzen.
It's a Marzen. Stop me if you've heard this before.
Multi-amber lager.
Beer name. It's a Marzen.
It does not have pumpkins in it.
Oh, no, I can finally do. Well, that's good.
It has a witch on it, though.
Oh, shit. Some witchy vibes.
Keep your paddle wet.
Oh, yeah. Logboat is a local to Missouri brewery, though.
They sure are.
And they do some solid stuff. I know I've had some of their stuff that I really enjoy.
Inspired by the Germans. It said Z.
The Germans.
The Germans.
Yeah, I love the accent, though. You're nailing that.
This delicious amber lager will perk your toe straight through the top of your work boot. Best enjoyed around a fire with snacks. Pumpkins, although good,
Are
in
not
seed
in
form with a hint of salt. Do not
What?
make an appearance in this beer.
Pumpkin
And
with
for good
salt?
reason. Oh, dude, yeah. Like roasted, like pumpkin seeds?
Never done. Well, okay, I can see the pumpkin seeds. Okay.
That's what it says, yeah.
Oh, for some reason,
Pumpkins,
I'm
although
just
good
hearing
in
pumpkin.
seed form,
Sorry, I'm clearing out some of the old tabs now.
we prefer carving them. Inspired by the Germans, yeah, this is delicious amber lager.
I'm kind of
Perk
glad
your
I
toe
stopped
straight
on
to the top of your boot.
I'm kind of glad I stopped on this list because it got really wonky. Although 1408 is a good movie, if you haven't seen it.
I have not.
It's got John Cusack and Samuel L. Jackson in it.
Oh, wow.
And it's because there's a room in this hotel that's supposed to be super haunted and they never rent it out.
Oh, yeah.
And John Cusack is a reporter and convinces
Yeah.
him to rent out room 1408. Oh, see, there's the original Candyman. Hell yeah.
The Candyman.
Zick on the
Oh,
man.
we got to do the
Cheers, sir.
cheers. Yep, tastes like a beer we've been drinking for the last 2 hours.
It tastes. This one has a little bit of a different flavor,
Yeah.
but not bad. God, there was something else I wanted to talk about.
Oh,
The last 5 minutes
Oh,
have
no.
been very hectic.
that has been.
Yeah, and we're over an hour now anyway, so
Yeah.
here we are.
Here we are.
Oh, man. I'm glad to be back. We need to.
Feels good.
We need to. I need to get this basement organized again. We need to try and start setting up for video, though.
Vidges.
Vidges, yes.
Vidges.
That's how I like to say that. And that way we can start doing more stuff. And drinking.
Get that pumpkin video.
Yeah, we definitely need to get that pumpkin video done.
That's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah,
I can't wait to see
I
our reactions.
bought a couple
Just
more.
being like,
I have a couple more. We're at 15 now, I think.
Jesus Christ. We need help. We need to call in backup on this.
Do we?
15's a lot. That's a lot of beer.
It's gonna be a long video. Or like we said, we do a two-parter, right?
Do a two-parter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I need to start downloading graphics because, like I was talking about, doing like a wheel of not just like saying start with this one and go to here, is like literally have a selection wheel type of thing.
Oh,
that
yeah.
will pop up,
Yeah.
and so we can hit it and it tells us which one to drink.
It doesn't matter. They're all pumpkin.
They're all pumpkin. Jen tried to get me today to buy a 14% one,
Oh, shit.
and I'm like, no. Because
No.
that would probably be what we ended up starting off with.
Yeah. Oh,
Shit.
Oh.
It was $10 for that.
good
can.
God.
I mean, I have that prairie one
Yeah.
that I spent like
It's like
14
14,
on.
yeah.
It's like, jeez. Yeah. So anybody who wants to donate, if you don't want to subscribe,
Donate to the cause, though.
donate to the cause. We
you can
have
buy beer.
links on the each show notes. You can donate. I think it goes straight to my Venmo right now because we don't have like a business thing. But I'm the one who's also bought all the.
Yeah, he's
I'm
done
not
all the
complaining.
work. He's done all the work. I just show up and talk.
Yeah, you're just here for the.
I drink. I buy beer.
Oh, you know what we did?
You've bought most of it recently.
I
but
have, yeah. You were focused. I was trying to help you focus on your wedding and stuff.
Thank
like
you.
that.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And it was a good one, and I'm glad to have been invited. Thank you, sir.
Of course, man.
You know what we didn't talk about on this episode that we said we were going to talk about on the last episode was the pitch stuff.
Oh, yep. Whoops.
So we did get nominated for Best Podcast. We don't know the results of that.
Yep.
But Nigel...
We won't know until November.
No shit. Beers with Nigel, it got nominated as well. neither you or I got nominated for best bartender.
I know. I was really hoping I can run it back.
But you know what? It's funny. I think we determined that the listing on the pitch's best of KC for each topic or whatever. I think it goes off at nominations.
Yeah.
And Nigel was not very high on that list. I think it's because we were splitting it 3 ways.
That's hilarious.
And so
because I was on the top of the list last year.
Yeah. But because Transparent as a whole is on the top of almost every
category that we're in.
Not
just
all
like
the categories.
last year.
Not all the categories, but most
of them.
Yes. Like sour, we are not.
Yeah.
There was a couple other that we weren't either. But Nigel's like the 5th person listed. But so now I'm hoping that we get him to win best bartender this year.
Yeah.
Because then you'll have it last year. He will have it this year.
And then you'll get it next year.
And then I can get it next year. And that way we can have a three-peat with 3 different people.
I don't even know if I'll be bartending next year.
There is that.
Ideally, I'm going to be like full-time brewing.
Hopefully. I mean, I would like to, I know I've talked about this before, kind of getting a little bit more of a normal schedule and maybe having like a Sundays off.
Yeah. We need to hire a part-timer. Yeah. Nolan, if you're listening.
He's not listening. He doesn't listen when we're working with him. What are you talking about?
That's fair.
That's fair, yeah. He just likes to freaking make snide little comments and try to be funny. And then we just put him in his place, and he's like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, we're all pretty good at putting each other in their place.
Yeah. I usually don't care, though.
Neither do I.
I know. Like, they try to say something.
It's all in jest.
Fuck it. I don't care.
It's all in jest. Well.
So, yeah, if you want to help contribute to having, for the Vidya, and helping me pay for the 15 different pumpkin beers we have.
God, I might just throw up from just
it's gonna
overwhelming
be like
pumpkin.
It's going to be like doing the eggnog challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we are not going to do that.
No.
Unless somebody gives us like $1,000, maybe. Yeah. I might do it
for the hospital bill. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I do like me some eggnog.
Me too. Not so much anymore.
Yeah. Your body doesn't
with that lactose thing.
Can we get lactose-free eggnog?
I'm sure it's a thing.
I'm sure.
Probably tastes like shit. But.
Yeah, probably. Ugh. But anyway, thank you everybody for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Please, like, subscribe, share with your friends. I think we're starting to try and, now that we've gotten through all the hecticness, we're going to start trying to dial things in more a little bit and start pushing for growth again as well. You hit the wrong button.
Phrasing.
There you go. You know what? I'm completely fine with the wow.
Wow.
Aiming for growth. Wow. But we're going to try and start getting this thing bigger.
Phrasing.
There we go.
There we go.
Hey, you got it on that one. I mean, again.
F&A, Cotton. F&A.
Oh, those are so quiet. I need to fix those.
Yeah.
I can fix those.
We'll fix it in post.
No. I just need to fix them pre-post. That way they're better audio quality for the future. So, yeah, but, I mean, maybe, with the right types of subscriptions, we can get a different...
More donations?
Get a better road that allows us to kind of spread everything out even more. And ultimately, I think there's a duo one.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be great for what we do, because it's only supposed to have 2 outputs for like mics, but then it has like a whole bunch of virtuals as well.
Yeah.
I think that would be great for us. And it's like half the size of this thing.
Yeah.
And this thing is great. It's a beefy boy.
It's cumbersome.
It's a beefy boy.
It's a beefy boy.
Yeah. But like, I want to just try and change some things up to just make more of a bigger production, right?
Yeah. Make it feel like a real thing.
I mean, we're 30 plus episodes in now.
Yeah.
And we're not showing any signs of slowing down.
No.
I mean, we talked about how we were missing having not recorded.
Yeah, it's good to get back into it. You know?
So we just need to get more consistent with being able to do that. And support helps that. It motivates us. Even just the download numbers helps motivates me.
Yeah,
To
same.
like, all right, well, let's keep pushing and
Yeah.
seeing how big we can grow this thing.
Hey-o.
Nobody heard that. All right, thank you everybody, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode.
Catch you on the flippity flop.
Bye.
Peace.